Hello, I'm Jerry Fort, the beer review guy. Let me adjust this just a little bit. Alright, this is, I'm calling it my shout out project. I'm not real good at these. Some reviewers are more comfortable doing these. I'm not, but I wanted to do it, and it's been a while. Chris at Hammerhead Beer Reviews gave me the idea a while back. He did shout out video number 1, shout out video number 2, and shout out video number 3. And I might as well just go ahead and start with him. Chris at Hammerhead Reviews, Beer Reviews, because he gave me the idea, and he always shouts me out, and I always appreciate it. He was one that I started watching, and if I'm gonna watch this back, and if I don't like it, I'll probably delete this and try again some other time. But we'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna try not to let it go over 10 minutes. Anyway, Chris at Hammerhead Beer Reviews. I watched one of his reviews, and it just happened to be, I kind of went through his videos, and he had a something about that he was going through the woods, and he was looking at an old abandoned looking, I don't know, rock wall or something that used to be a house. And he said something about a ghost following him, which had me intrigued and wondering, you know, kind of curious. So I watched it, and I think I actually watched that before I watched one of his reviews. But it was entertaining how he's going on about, you know, the ghost watching him and stuff. And it's been so long ago, I can't remember all the details about it, but yeah, it was interesting. And then that was back in the days when I was more trying to get some subscribers, you know, to get going with my channel. And I asked him, I think I asked him, would you want to subscribe to me? Something like, I'd like to subscribe to you. Would you want to subscribe to me, or something like that? So then he agreed, and then we was kidding around about the ghost and him the ghost following him back to his house and stuff like that. It was entertaining. Anyway, Chris does some good reviews. He's very funny. He always cracks me up. He's he can be kind of vulgar. There's a lot of reviewers that are that way. But I've learned to just overlook the you know, the reviewers or the person's you know, character in that way, and just enjoy the reviews and the comedy of it, you know. So he does a lot of reviews. He does a lot of truck vlogs and other videos about, you know, on the road as a truck driver and stuff. And but yeah, he's very humorous, and like I said, he shouted me out many times. He does good reviews. He's detailed, and inside his reviews, he's always funny. So if you want to be entertained, subscribe to old Chris at Hammerhead Beer Reviews. He'll entertain you. And he is in the UK, if I remember right, and he's got family in Canada. So yeah, check him out. Okay, and then my next one is Dean at Dean's Beer Reviews. He was actually the first one that ever shouted me out, and I remember when Dean at Dean's Beer Reviews shouted me out. This is like not too long after I've become a reviewer. I was excited because I was telling all my family, I said, this British guy, man, he just shouted me out, come watch this. And it's an exciting thing, you know, when you get into something like this, and then your name or your channel is mentioned over YouTube, that that, you know, many other people can hear. It gave me, you know, an exciting feeling to hear it, to hear my name and stuff, and then this this English gentleman saying my name and saying my reviews were good and stuff, and that I was, you know, a nice guy, whatever. And I was letting all my family see this. You probably got a lot of views on that video because I was showing everybody that this guy, this British guy, Dean, he was, you know, watch this video, and so it was funny. But I always appreciated that Dean did that, and Dean gives good reviews. They're quick, they're to the point. He's also can be funny. Some of the stuff he does is kind of like you don't expect it, and then he, you know, does something silly, throws a beer down the sink or throws it out the back sliding door window to the porch or something. Or he's had dogs and kids walk in and stuff, and he always goes on about them. But yeah, Dean, he's a good reviewer, and I enjoy watching his reviews. He finds some good beers to review. Let's see. He's got 133 subscribers. I'm at 131. Don't tell him, because I'm kind of in a competition with him. I'm trying to keep up with him or stay ahead of him by a little bit, but don't say anything, because he might, you know, freak out or something. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I am kind of in a competition with him. But whenever we're kind of even. I have 131. He's got 133, and if we're even, then that's okay. Then I go to his station sometime, or his channel, and I see 131. I was like, "Dadgummit, Dean, you got one more than me?" My son, he's always rolling his eyes. He thinks I'm crazy. But it's a fun little thing. But yeah, subscribe to old Dean's Beer Reviews. He's really good. And he's also, of course, and like I mentioned, he's also in the UK. Let's see. Do I have time to shout out one more person? Well, let me go ahead and do Ronald Theriault at Louisiana Beer Reviews while I have this much time. He was, let's see, how am I trying to put it? He's one of those type of people that he's got a lot of subscribers. He watches and comments on some of the smaller reviewers, some of the smaller channels out there, and I've always appreciated that he's that way. You know, he's not the type of person that, you know, if he goes to every station and channel, I always say station, and looks and see if, you know, especially if it's one that he's done, he comments on it. And you know, he did that to me when I was a very small channel. I'm still a small channel, but even before I had 100 subscribers, and I always thought that was really cool. I was like, man, this guy, he's got, you know, 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers. You know, he looked at my small old mediocre channel and said something. So I always appreciated that. I started watching his reviews and started finding an appreciation for the knowledge that he's got, which he also goes by Jay instead of Ronald. But I started calling him Thoreau because that's the way it looked like it was spelled, Theroiot. So for the longest time I was calling him Thoreau, but it's Theriault. So anyway, yeah, he's got knowledge of beer, knowledge of breweries, shows you what food goes good with the beer, and he's a very, very nice gentleman, and he's also can be very comedic and funny, and he also has other stuff on Facebook, other channels, music and other beer groups and stuff like that. So check out Ronald Theriault at Louisiana Beer Reviews. All right, well, I got 3 in. I wanted to do 3 on this little shout-out project. So check out those 3 guys. I want to do another shout-out video here in a minute. But I appreciate you watching this, and we'll see you guys on the next one.